Hello there, I'm Chef Johnny. This is Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine. As you see, got a guest with me today. This is Stewart from Wine on a Dime. And Stewart's going to be reviewing some wines. We are going to cook up a fantastic tomahawk ribeye. We are going to reverse sear that on the Weber kettle, and he's going to match some wines with it. So stick around and let us show you what we're going to do for you. All right, we're back. Now, what we're going to do is Stewart and I, we're both fans of Texas, right?
Oh, yeah.
We know Texas is all about beef. Texas, you know, we like our meat, we like our steaks. And so we have got this big ribeye here.
It's about the right size.
Yeah. It's gonna be, I don't know what he's going to eat. That's the problem. Only bought one.
I got this.
So, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to get this seasoned up. And I'm going to put 2 different rubs on it. And we're going to do a reverse sear on it. And first rub I'm going to use is just an all-purpose rub from Slap Your Daddy Harry Sue. Got to meet Harry Sue the other day. Super guy. If you've never been to his channel, run by there. But he gave me some of his all-purpose seasoning. So we're going to start out with just an all-purpose seasoning right on top of this big ribeye. And he's got a lot of things on here. I think it's going to work great. But there goes that.
Look at that.
That looks pretty.
Oh.
And then I'm going to come back, and what I'm going to use is, on top of that, is some McCormick's Cowboy Rub, which I like. So we're coming back on top of Harry's and just putting this McCormick's Cowboy Rub. I love this on my steaks. I do a lot of different things. Y'all will see a lot of my coffee rubs that I do. If I'm not using coffee rub, a lot of times I'll use this instead of the coffee rub.
Well, this has more of like a kind of a chocolatey aspect to it, right?
And some of my coffee rubs do have chocolate, but the this is just an excellent. I think it's an excellent all the way around rub. So I think the 2 of these are going to pair up to give us a nice steak on this. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start getting the fire ready, and I'm going to let you listen to Stewart. He's going to tell you about the wine that we're going to pair with this ribeye.
Yeah, thanks, Chef. So what I'm doing, because we, like Chef said, we're both Texas folks, and I decided I'm going to pick up a Texas wine. Specifically, I'm picking up the Becker Vineyards Claret. A Claret is the English term for Bordeaux. So this is a red wine mix. It is, let me see if it break it out here. Yep, 40% Cabernet Sauvignon, 35% Merlot, 12% Petit Verdot, 8% Malbec, and 5% Cabernet Franc. So I chose this one for a couple reasons. One, it is one of the most predominant Texas vineyards and wineries in the state. 2, well, I mean, this wine goes really well with pretty much any type of red meat you're going to throw at it, almost regardless of how you're seasoning it. So adding the salt, the tannins in this wine are really going to kind of just work together with that. They're going to soften it. The salt is going to help soften this wine. Plus, all of the different types of blends that are in this with Petit Verdot, the Malbec, the Merlot, all of these things are going to give a wide variety of fruit. So you're going to have black fruit, you're going to have a little bit of red fruit. You're also going to have some other elements like coffee, a little bit of chocolate. So all of those things are going to blend really well with the steak itself and the fat and just the amazingness that, I mean, you can't smell this right now, but it's fantastic. So all of those things are going to pair really well together with this wine. And like I said, it's a really good wine. It's $11, and it's a great thing to have just on hand, especially if you're going to be working with meat and you're not quite certain what you're going to do with it. If you're going to be using red meat, this is a wine that will pretty much work regardless of what you're going to do with it.
Our fire's ready. Y'all learned a little bit about wine, so I was trying to listen and learn a little bit also. And I'm just going to take this tomahawk, and I'm going to see if it'll pick up some of these other spices that are here. And we're going to get this on the Weber. I got my slow and sear in there, so I got a good hot fire on one side. We're going to cook it at about 250 degrees. We got some mesquite chips on there to put a nice mesquite wood flavor on it. But we're going to go, I figure, 60 to 90 minutes is what it's going to take. We're going to bring this up to in that 120, 125 range. Then I'm going to sear it off bring it up to that medium rare where we want it. So let's get this on the Weber real quick. So here we go. I'm going to actually go bone side in. I'm going to let it take some of the heat that way. And I'm going to put my meter on it. A lot of y'all have seen my meter before. It gives me pit temperature and meat temperature. So we're going to go right here in the middle. Put it in. So y'all are going to see me in about an hour. We're going to check it, check temps, monitor this the whole time, but we'll get this off, do the final sear on it, and see how it tastes paired up with this nice Claret, right? Is what we're trying to do?
Yes, sir.
All right, for Becker Vineyards. So we'll get back with y'all in a minute. Let's move this lid back. Boy, I tell you what, this thing is looking pretty. I'm going to pick it up, flip it over, and I'm going to go meat toward the fire now. It's about 95 degrees, so we're going to go up about another 25 degrees. Pit's holding good, so let it go. Oh, maybe another 20 minutes, it ought to be ready. Now, we're at 125 degrees. We're going to take the lid off. Just go ahead and sit that over there.
Yes, sir.
And you can look, this steak is pretty. Look at that. Man. There is nothing wrong with that. I'm going to leave the lid off, and I'm going to open my bottom vents all the way. I'm going to heat up this slow and sear. We're going to get it hot. We're going to throw this on here. We're going to sear that steak up. Then we'll let it rest for about 10 minutes, slice it up, and see how it turned out. I think we're good here. I'm going to see if I can pick that up. I'm going to take out my meter. I don't want to put it right over the fire. Set it over there for now. But that is getting hot. With the bottom vents open, the lid off, I mean, these coals are really getting up there, and we're going to sear this steak really, really good. That's what this slow and sear is used for. You can cook slow, or you can sear off a steak. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to turn it over, I'm going to put it right down on that hot grill.
Oh, you hear that?
Can you hear that? Kind of mash it down where it touches those grills. And we're going to go about 60 seconds, and then we're going to turn it. Okay, we're going to take it, we're going to move it. Oh yeah, look at that right there. I'm going to go to the other side, get it up there. Let's go 60 seconds here.
Oh, let me move.
There we go. All right, so I'm going to go. We'll get a little hatch mark on here. Let's put it on this direction now. Just long enough to give us some marks on there. So, got some nice grill marks. We're going to shut down the Weber. We're going to let this rest about 10 minutes. Then we'll slice it, let you see how it turned out. And we'll see how it goes with the wine that Stewart got picked out for us today. Been about 10 minutes. We're going to take this tomahawk. We're going to see how it looks. Man, where do you want to, where do you start cutting? Where do you start cutting? I guess we could take it off the bone. That'd be one way to do it. I tell you, one of my dogs is gonna be happy. But let's just, I'm gonna cut it right in the middle.
Yeah, just cut right down and see how.
Right down the middle.
Oh,
look at that!
Look at that! So good.
That is pretty.
I don't know if you get much more perfect than that. Look, it's
all the way, you know. And the neat thing about a reverse sear is you don't have that hard gray on the outside. And people don't realize this is, you think, oh, that was a moist steak. Well, a lot of times it's that hard gray on the outside is dry, and the pink on the middle is what you go, oh, that's why it was moist, because it's together it's moist. This one is all the way through. So we cooked it at about that 250 for what, about an hour and a half?
Yeah, about
an hour and a half. And then y'all saw us, man. We ramped up the heat on that slow and sear, threw it on there just long enough to get some nice sear marks. Not everybody likes sear marks. I like sear marks on the steak.
Who doesn't like sear marks?
I don't know. There's crazy people out there. But let's slice a couple of these and just see if we can get a good look at it.
It's like you're cutting butter.
It is. This thing is tender, and it is beautiful. That is pretty. And I tell you what, those meters, I can't say enough about them. They're down in my Amazon store. You can get one, but the meters work tremendous. It gave me pit temperature. It gives me meat temperature. Knew exactly when to pull this off, but
And it made a big difference too, because your pit was saying it was about 60 degrees hotter than the meter was.
That's
right. So having that accuracy was pretty important.
oh yeah. Well, that Weber dome is that's, I don't know, 8-9 inches above your grate temperature, and so it was a big difference. But here you go.
Thank you,
let
sir.
you give that a try and see what you think.
Wow.
The seasonings are good on there. Using Harry Sue's and coming back with that Cowboy rub, but just the flavor of this ribeye is out of this
And you
world.
can tell that you use some of the mesquite chips in there. Like it has, you can get that flavor.
That smoke is there. Yeah. Wow. It is a very, very good. What I need to do is have it with my wine.
Yes, you do. It's quite nice. I'm gonna grab that piece right here. I know it's a little bit fatty, but I'll still take it.
They do. With the smokiness of that meat and the flavor, this is great. What was it? Barker?
This is the Becker Vineyards.
Becker Vineyards Claret. It does go great with steak. Anybody wants to know, run down to your local Sam's and get you a tomahawk and cook it up. $250 for an hour and a half, and then sear the heck out of it. And this is just, can't say enough about it. This is great, an excellent wine to go with it. I tell you what, this recording, it got stopped in the middle. We got to drinking wine and eating meat. And
Yeah, it's gonna be a long edit.
John, my son, come running out here, was like, I'll take that piece, and grabbed about a third of it before he ran off. But anyways, this tomahawk ribeye was fantastic. Came out great. Appreciate Stewart coming by and bringing the wine. This wine worked great with this ribeye. It's fantastic. It tastes good. It's flavorful. The claret with the smokiness of the meat, the seasonings that's on it, it just paired great.
It worked
with
so
barbecued
well.
meat.
And there's so much fruit in here that it gives it a totally different. You get this like nice sweet and spicy and smoky, and then the fruit kind of pops in and gives it a whole nother flavor once you put the two things together. It's amazing.
It really, and actually my son, when John came out here and he was like, Dad, which one of those wine glasses is yours? So he grabbed my wine glass, and which he's not a real big wine drinker, and he was like, wow, that's really good with that meat. So, even somebody that didn't have what we're going to call a trained palate knew that those two things went really good together.
Yeah, it was confirmation. Made me feel good. Made me feel good. Not gonna lie.
He picked the right one, without a doubt. But anyways, folks, again, thanks for stopping by Texas Style Cuisine. We always do appreciate it. Remember to go see my friend Stewart over at Wine on a Dime. And we are going to have a link down below for his channel. Get over there, show him some love. Tell him Chef Johnny sent you over there. But hey, go see him, subscribe that channel, and check out all the different wines and things that he's suggesting. Anything you want to say to the crowd before we go?
I appreciate you stopping by if you do. And I focus on cheap wines. So if you're someone who likes $15 and under or Texas wines, then you're definitely going to like my channel.
So there you go. That's it. Thanks for stopping by Texas Style Cuisine. We always do appreciate it. Remember to tell your friends and family about us. Share us on your social media. And we're going to see y'all down the road on Texas Style Barbecue and Cuisine.
How them boys put food away beats all I've ever seen.